Hello and welcome back to another episode of Vindexx Engineering. In this episode we're going to be going through and taking off the front cover of the engine, taking out the cam, oil pump, and having some fun. Enjoy! After getting the front cover removed, I start on taking off the oil pump. Once I get it off, I notice that it is made in Canada. Then I proceed to take off the timing gear and chain off the cam. Before pulling the cam, I decided to use my new tool to pull out the lifters. I'll put a link in the description for the tool. As I used the tool to pull the lifters, I didn't realize how invaluable it would be, as I had to use it to pull every lifter out of the motor, because all of them were stuck. As you can see, this one's really stuck in there, to the point where it actually was moving the engine stand. After getting the last lifter out, it was time to remove the cam. After looking up the cam, mine ended up being the 0967 cam, which is out of a 99 to 04 truck. So what is the stats for that cam? Well, the intake lift is 0.475, the exhaust 0.466, with a 191 and 190 duration respectively, with a 114 lobe separation. So how do these compare to, say, the Summit Racing Turbo Stage 2, or the Turbo Stage 3, or perhaps the BTR Stage 2, or the Elgin 1840, known as the Sloppy Stage 2? Let's take a look. As you can see on this chart, each of the cams, the Summit Racing Stage 2 Turbo, Stage 3 Turbo, Brian Tooley's Stage 2, and the Sloppy Stage 2 are all directly compared to the GM 967 cam from the stock truck. As you can see on each of those, they all have at least 30 degrees increased duration on the intake and exhaust, as well as a lot more lift on the intake and exhaust as well. The big difference being between them is going to be the lobe separation angle on each of them, as well as the amount of overlap on them. Depending on which cam you decide to go with, you can gain anywhere from 70 to 100 horsepower just by changing the cam. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more as the progress continues on the motor. We have more changes in store for the garage as well that you'll see in an upcoming video. Enjoy!